Get the new Donkey Kong 64 bundle with the banana yellow game pack and the new jungle green N64 console. It's got a jungle green controller and comes with the...
World. We won't go in one direction or dig where we can sag.
We will walk through walls. We will take a look around us.
We will not be confined.
We believe in the path of least limits.
We won't be told how to view the world.
We will experience true freedom.
We will not compromise. We will live the game through our hands.
We will be in control of something. We will change the system.
It's Ferret 64 with your host, Yemmy the Ferret. Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? I hope you're all doing fan-fucking-tastic. It's me, Yemmy the Ferret, here with another episode of Ferret 64. Woo! All right, just waiting for that. There we go. We're here, guys. We're here. We're live, and we're doing it all, guys. We're doing it all. How y'all doing today? Hope you're all doing fan-fucking-tastic. As I already said, welcome to the podcast. The podcast experience that only happens once a week. That's right, once a week. Thank you for joining. Coco Gamer, how you doing today? Lurking that's fine, man. Don't worry about it. Lurking doesn't matter to me. I've turned up the background music just a little bit. I may turn it back down a little bit. You know, it looks like a little loud on my equalizer. No, Morty. All right, so as you guys know, this is our last stream before I go to PAX. So I'm gonna be gone for until Tuesday of next week. I'll be gone, and I have things auto uploading. So you know, this will come out. I believe I have a schedule for Saturday. It's gonna come out, and then I have Friday is a new episode of Film Freaks coming out. And then Monday is a new clip compilation that I got together. So those things will auto-upload. So if for some reason I'm never heard from again after during my vacation, people won't really notice until Wednesday when they're supposed to be a Ferret 64. And if you only follow the YouTube channel, you'll just be like, where the heck is Yemmy? What is he doing? But yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's happening, guys. How's the sound? How's the audio? Let me know. What else? Anything else I gotta say? No, I don't think so. So, let's move on. We're gonna kind of hit some things fast today because, I still have, preparations for the vacation and stuff like that. So we're gonna kind of skim through some things today. But let's go ahead and start with one of my favorite segments, which is the first segment in all the podcasts, guys. Wrong one, dumbass. What has Yemmy been playing this past week? Yes, oops, hold on. Nope, don't do that. There we go. Okay. Yes, delayed. My favorite segment. No, that is not delayed. Don't worry, guys. There's no delay. Oopsie. Forgot to turn the... wrong button. Okay, here we go. We're going to be talking about The Last of Us, because I played through The Last of Us on live stream this past week. It was crazy how differently I played the game this time through. If you guys didn't come to the live streams or didn't know, I have tried starting The Last of Us several times. The first time I got it when I was in high school and the game was being hyped up, and I got it for PS3. And so being a fan of first-person shooters back then, and I wasn't a fan of the game. I got to the part with the subway, which was underwater, like it was flooded. That's the word I'm looking for. Which is it was after Tess had died. It was a little bit after that. That's the first time you learn that Ellie can't swim, right? And that was where I stopped. I didn't stop on purpose. I just kind of was doing other things. I had other games that I wanted to play. Then I tried starting it again on the PlayStation 3 late in its life, and when I started it again, the PS4 came around, and I bought a PS4, and I kind of forgot about the game. I put it on the back burner, unfortunately. Then the PS4 had a sale, and the remastered version of The Last of Us was on sale for like $5 on Amazon. I'm sorry, on Amazon, on PlayStation Network. So I bought it. I installed it. I played this opening, and I was like, yeah, I'll get back to this, and then I never did. Then it came out for free on PlayStation Plus, and I re-downloaded it, and I was like, I should definitely play through this, you know. And I played through the first part, and I was like, man, I hate playing through this first segment over and over and over again, so I stopped. And then finally I was like, you know what? Let's just live stream it. You know, if Last of Us Part 2 is coming out, obviously my thoughts about this game are going to have changed. I play differently now. I'm a different person, right? So I decided that, hey, you know what? Let's just do The Last of Us before I go on vacation. I wasn't thinking that we were going to finish it. But last Sunday was open. way open. So I streamed for 6 hours and 40 minutes playing through The Last of Us. I already played about 2 hours before on a Thursday, and then Saturday I played for about an hour or two, and then Sunday was a big one. We played for about 6 hours and 40 minutes, which is crazy. And then I finished off the game on Monday, which was about a 2 or so hour stream. So all in all, lots of content in the game. Lots of exploration, stuff like that. Lots of interesting encounters and story moments. And there's also the DLC included with The Last of Us Remastered, which I do want to play on stream as well. But we'll put that up to a vote. And then also there's the multiplayer element in this game, which people were saying was taken down, but I don't know if it's actually taken down or not. I still haven't even tried to connect to it. And you have to download something in order to do it, so it's one of those things that's like, I don't really care about the multiplayer. Even if it's up or down, it doesn't matter to me. Hey, Greedy Waffles. Won't be able to stay long, just wanted to say hello? Alright, well, hello, my dude. There is a giveaway going on right now for Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 for Steam, if you want to join in on that. Okay, so Last of Us. Graphics were pretty impressive. Some things were a little glitchy, though. There was times where you could kind of see through the environment. There were times when characters kind of morphed through things. Not as glitchy as like King Kong or something like that, of course. But it did have a few areas where like the graphics glitched or there was just something weird about the graphics. But overall, the game does look really good and holds up pretty well. Facial animations and stuff like that are really well done. Kind of like what you see in the Last of Us Part 2 gameplay trailer that we saw before. The characters they react pretty well to where you hit them on their body, right? Even though an arrow is a one-hit kill no matter where you hit them, if you hit them in the leg, they'll hold their leg and fall over and die while screaming, which doesn't alert anyone, of course. But there's also, if you shoot them in the head, they'll, flop back in the head, and, all the melee animations are really nice as well. The strangling animation, it's one of those things, it's like, it happens a lot during the game. I wasn't, annoyed with it. I was just annoyed with how long it took. I feel like there should have been an upgrade to be like, cuts the time of strangling in half. Because I didn't, you don't want to use shivs throughout the game until you get the upgrades to have more, or they're more durable shivs, right? Because there's doors you want to unlock that have lots of equipment in them. So that's why one thing for everyone, and it was a thing that someone said to me during the stream, is like, you need to save your shivs. Don't use them on clickers. Don't use them on enemies. Don't use them for stealth kills. Just carry around a brick and a shiv to make sure that you can open doors throughout the game, because the doors hold components to upgrade your weapons, pills to upgrade your perks that you have, ammo, lots of ammunition. Sometimes they even hold, I think one of them held a toolkit, which was one of those things that you need. to upgrade your weapons more. So yeah, the components are gears on the in the game, and you use them to upgrade your weapons at workbenches. So you can do like faster fire rate, better clip size. There was adding a scope to some weapons. All those different things that are normal for a game. And I think that it's a really nice way of leveling up, and it makes it so you kind of like explore the environment a little bit more than you might if you just could upgrade just willy-nilly, with like XP and stuff like that. And then the pills, which upgrade your perks. So there's different perks. There's health ones, so you can increase your health, decrease weapon sway, which is one that I went for right away. There's a whole bunch of increased speed of crafting items, which I saved for the end of the game, stuff like that. And it's not like the most amazing things, but the one thing I did stay away from was Shiv Master, which is the one that you automatically use a shiv if you're being attacked by a clicker from the front or whatever. And even though I did die to clickers a lot, I didn't feel like that was a good one to have because there's always a way around it, and I didn't want to waste my shivs by the time I learned that you need shivs in your inventory no matter what, just in case you run across a door or two. In one case, we found 2 doors. And of course, we didn't have enough shivs for 2. We searched the area for like 10 minutes searching for parts, and we got enough to make 1 shiv, and we got into 1 door, and the other one, unfortunately, we could not get into. But, that's just how it goes. I was playing through the game pretty much blindly. There was a few people in chat who helped me up here and there, but for the most part, it was just a fun playthrough. A really enjoyable game. It's one of those games that it's not for everyone, of course. Like I said, there's some things about it, like the moments where you're just kind of walking around and doing nothing, that I could see people who aren't a fan of those type of like atmospheric type moments that it could get boring. But unlike when I was talking about Gears 5, the moments where you kind of are limited to how fast you can run and stuff like that, the environments look amazing, and you understand why they kind of slow you down for these parts. In Gears 5, it was more like, we're just slowing you down to increase the time of the runtime of the game. Greedy Waffle can confirm that, because there was moments where you were limited to run. It was like a long area. It took us like 10 minutes to get through this one area, and I was like, geez, we could have just ran through this, But instead, they were like, okay, you gotta slow down, and you gotta walk through this area. Luckily, in this game, there wasn't anything like that, and I feel like the areas where you were limited on how fast you can run, they was short enough, and it was fine. If I win the game and there's someone who really wants it, they can have it. Otherwise, I'll take it, if that's allowed. Yeah, of course it's allowed. What else about this game? The different weapons you can get. There's a good amount of weapons you can get. You start off with like a basic M911 pistol. You pick up a revolver, which is better than the pistol. There's again gun called the El Diablo that I was really a big fan of. The hunting rifle was nice. I enjoyed that. And the flamethrower, of course, I used that sparingly, only when I was going up against like large hordes of enemies, and that was probably the best way to use it. The bow and arrow was nice too. It's pretty much one hit on any enemy except for clickers and stuff like that. And of course, if an enemy's wearing armor, it won't kill them in one hit either. So you gotta kind of pay attention to which enemies you can one hit kill with that thing and not, which is another nice little thing to the game. Also, you have a flashlight that you have to charge by shaking your remote, and that's one of the only things you have to do in this game with the remote, with the controller, I should say, shaking your controller. Alright, Greedy, I'll see you later. Probably talk to you later. But that was funny. That was like the only thing you did with the motion, which is fine. I don't care. It's one of those things that's like, I'd rather it be limited, because I don't like motion controls in games that don't really need motion controls. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, flashlight works just like a flashlight, or torch if you're from the UK. Anything else to add about the game? The collectibles in the game are actually pretty fun. Or not fun, but they're interesting. There's notes left behind by other survivors, and there's Firefly, pretty much like Firefly dog tags, And those things are fun to find, and they really do add to the story. Like, there was this whole, there's a bunch of notes in a sewer system about a guy who, his boat was in disrepair. He'd been living on the ocean for like 10 years or something like that. He just crashed. He crashed a boat. and he set up shop inside of a sewer system. And he found people who were kind of like outside of Pittsburgh, and they were kind of needing help. So he took them in. He made a community inside the sewer. Then you can continue on. You read through the notes, and things got dire, and someone accidentally left the door open, and the zombie type characters came in, and it was an interesting event. And you wouldn't have known about any of that. You just kind of would have, I don't know, you wouldn't really have known about Ish and his deal in the sewers, unless you read those notes. And I did take the time and pretty much read all the notes. I skimmed a few of them that didn't seem important. Hey, how you doing, Chronoside? How you doing today? There's a giveaway going on right now for Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 on Steam, if you want to join in on that. How are you doing today, by the way? I'm doing good. I'm doing well. Anything else I gotta say about Last of Us? Not really. I mean, what else can I say that hasn't been said by anyone else who's reviewed the game or talked about the game? You know, it's an enjoyable game. It's just the right amount of length. It has just the right amount of believability, but also just the right amount of action and suspense in it as well. It really is a really good game. Is it a perfect game? No, I don't think it's perfect, but it's close. It's a really nice game, and I enjoyed all my time playing through the game. It was just one of those games that I just enjoyed so much, and I'm so happy that I finally was able to get through and beat the game. I'm so glad that I did. And now, guess what, guys? I have to play through The Last of Us Part 2 now. I have to. It's something that I have to do now because I'm invested in the characters, you know? We had fun, though, while playing it, too. There was a lot of fun moments in the game. There was also some challenging moments in the game, too, you know, where they put you up against a lot of different enemies, and if you haven't been collecting ammo or you've been using too much ammo, some of the fights can get a little stressful, you know? I saved a lot of my shotgun ammo until we got to the part with the pickup truck, and you're trying to, you know, roll it down a hill and get it going. And I was like, I'm going to need the shotgun for this part. And lo and behold, there was just a bunch of just enemies rushing at you, and I pretty much one-shotted them all with the shotgun. So it's one of those things that's like, you got to be prepared. Chronoside says, this game is a masterpiece, but I feel like the gameplay was lackluster for me. And that might be fixed in the next game. You know, the gameplay does look a little bit different, a little bit more flowing, kind of like an Uncharted game, if you want to say that. Of course, you're playing as Ellie, so it might move a little bit differently just because she's younger than Joel. You know, Joel has a bad back. You know, he's got a bad back. He's got bad shoulders, stuff like that. You can play the game you don't have to play stealth in the game. You have the option to kind of go guns blazing if you want to. You just gotta have to be careful because you are limited in health and stuff like that, which makes, which is a give and take. You know, like I went through this whole area that we're showing right now with the cargo containers and stuff like that. I accidentally, shot a guy who was looking at me, and he noticed me, right? And so I had to kind of blast my way through the whole mission or area, and it worked just as well as doing the stealth. Of course, I didn't save ammo through the encounter, but still, it's fun. Oh, I forgot about the no, every part you can do whichever you want. I mean, it's a challenge, but you can do it. It's a challenge, but you can do it. Another thing about the game, there's the detective listening. The listening, I was about to call it detective vision because that's what I used to compare it to before I knew that it's actually a little bit more unique than the detective vision, because when you're listening to enemies, if they're not moving, they won't show up on your listening vision, right? Which is really cool. Or if they don't talk, which is really cool and makes for a little bit more of a challenge. No, I was playing on normal Chronoside. Come on. What do you think I am? I played on normal and I got through most of it stealth and a lot of it guns blazing. I played it both ways. So I am interested in doing the New Game Plus. Of course, I'm not going to be able to start it right away or do it now, but it's one of those things that I do want to do because I was saying it at the end of the stream. I was really hoping for a New Game Plus because I had all these weapon upgrades that I really wanted to use. Like, my hunting rifle only had 3 bullets at the end of the game, and I used those to take out some of the armored characters at the end of the game who were really annoying with their machine guns. And I was like, man, I only have 3 bullets. I really want to use the hunting rifle more because it's a great rifle. It's a great weapon, especially after you upgrade it with armor-piercing rounds and more damage. It just blows people's heads off. They don't even see it coming. And there is a New Game Plus, so I'm definitely going to be doing that. I don't know if you have all your weapons at the beginning, you know, once you can get into the main areas of the game, or if you unlock them as you find them again. But it's one of those things that's like, I'll have to kind of experience it for myself. A lot of times with these games that I've been waiting to play or something like that, I'll have watched a Let's Play or something like that, or an edited video from people, and I did watch someone play through a good chunk of this game, but I stopped when I knew that I wanted to play the game again. Just from what I was watching, I was really enjoying. So I'm glad that I did, and I got some surprises during the game, had some emotional moments, and yeah, I'm really excited for the next one. So there you go. I've not played it's on my Steam wish list, but I have not played The Messenger. I've not played The Messenger. Okay, that's really the only game I wanted to talk about today because it's the one that, you know, I played the most today. I played a little bit of Besieged. I like the graphics and how the game looks, but I don't like the gameplay. I got farther in Nioh, as you guys know. I've been blasting through Nioh. We just beat the sexy Spider Woman, who has the big butt. You know, that was a fun boss fight. It only took me 2 tries. I was really excited that I was able to do that. I've been using the spear more. I used the spear. And I was really enjoying using the spear. The finishing move with the spear is so awesome. I love the spear in the game. It's not as damaging as the sword that I have, which has 401 damage, and the spear is like 300 and something. But it was really good to use against the spiders in the one area, so that's good. And then I got through one of the side missions in the new area, but the other one where you have to like cross a bridge and you fight this beefed up dude. That fight was annoying, and I ran out of items that I was using. I was like, you know what? I'll just get more items, come back to this when I'm leveled up more. So that's probably what I'm going to do. But I've pretty much 100% of the game up to this point. I've done all the side missions. I found all the baths and stuff like that. You know, it's one of those things that I'm just enjoying going through at my own pace, you know? And like I've been saying, I like it more than like a Souls-like experience because I like the mission setup, you know? Each area is its own mission, and you know, stuff like that. So there you go. Nioh's another game. Yeah, if you like Souls-like games, it's definitely one that you have to put on your list. Especially because Nioh 2's coming out, so I want to try and finish Nioh 1 before getting Nioh 2, of course. Open that Mario text. Mario. Oh, this one. This was your playthrough. I was tracking all the stars we got. We got pretty far. Oh, look, 100 coins on the hazy maze you gave up on. When we were playing, of course. Look at all these ones that we didn't get. Collect 8 red coins. And the wings. Catch the bunny. Find Toad. Find Toad again. Find Toad a 3rd time. Yeah, I still have it saved here. Alright, let's move on to the news. Stay hydrated, guys. Stay hydrated at all times. Alright. Probably the biggest news that came out of this week is Xbox came out and showed you what you can expect from the next generation of gaming. Am I right, guys? So the Xbox One X looks like a PC almost. It's kind of like it's a rectangle. And as you guys know, rectangles aren't squares, but squares can be rectangles. Or is I don't remember. Never mind, doesn't matter. So the Xbox One X, they've detailed what the Xbox Series X, not One X, Jesus Christ, Yemmy. Xbox Series X, which is a dumb name, okay, let me just tell you that much. Just call it the Xbox One 2, right? and that might be a better name. Anyways. So it's going to have 12 teraflops, variable rate shading, hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing, quick resume for multiple games, and smart delivery. Let's go through the different things that we see here. So, what does it mean by 12 teraflops? So the Xbox Series X is their most powerful console ever, powered by our custom design processor, leveraging AMD's latest Zen 2 and RDNA 2 architectures, delivering 4 times the processing power of Xbox One, and enabling developers to leverage 12 teraflops of GPU graphics processing unit performance. Twice that of an Xbox One X, and 8 times the original Xbox One, Xbox Series X delivers a true generational leap in processing and graphics. I'm not gonna jack off Xbox. I'm not gonna read their oh, this is gonna be the best high frame rate. I'm not gonna read that stuff because it's just them jacking themselves off vigorously. Okay, let's see. Variable rate shading. What's that? Their pattern form of VRS, or variable rate shading, empowers developers to more efficiently utilize the full power of the Xbox Series X. Rather than spending GPU cycles informally to every single pixel on the screen, they can prioritize individual effects on specific game characters or important environmental objects. This technique is more stable than blah blah blah. Okay, there you go. Quick resume on multiple games, that's cool, yeah. I think that was kind of in Xbox One. Hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing. You can expect more dynamic and realistic environments powered by hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing. A first for console gaming. This means true to life lighting, accurate reflections, and realistic acoustics in real time as you explore the game world. See, all this stuff sounds really great, but are they going to have good games? Are they going to have good exclusives? You know, stuff like that. It's just one of those things that's like, I love the PlayStation 4 because it had so many good exclusives. It ran so well. I still have the original PS4. It runs great. I've upgraded the hard drive on it. Still runs great. The only thing I had a problem with was the airflow where I had it. So I lifted it up and I put a fan in there. Perfect. It's been running fine. I never opened an Xbox One system before. Never touched a controller. I like the Xbox controller. The Xbox controller is amazing, and the Xbox One controller is pretty good too. I have one here for playing on the computer. Also, the Xbox One system, my disk drive didn't work. So that's one thing that I'm hoping for on the Xbox Series X is, does the disk drive work? Let's see. They're not going to say anything about that. I already made that joke several times. SSD storage. This is a big thing, guys. SSD storage is 10 times faster than a hard drive, and that's going to mean that you're going to load things faster. Fast travel is just going to be fast, like they say in the article here. It's something that's just, it should have been done when SSD was first announced, was first developed, but it just didn't happen. SSD is just so much faster, and I'm glad that they did that. Here's the quick resume feature that Chronoside was wondering about. The new quick resume feature lets you continue multiple games from a suspended state almost instantly, returning you to where you were and what you were doing without waiting through long loading screens. Now, does this mean that it's only for digital games? Is it for games that you buy on disc? I don't know. They didn't specify. All right, no problem, Chronoside. You have a great rest of your day, man. No problems. Dynamic latency input, or DLI. They said, we are optimizing latencies in the player-to-console pipeline, starting with our Xbox wireless controller, which leverages our high bandwidth proprietary wireless communication protocol. Whew, big words! When connected to the console. With dynamic latency input, a new feature which synchronizes input immediately with what is displayed. Controls are even more precise and responsive. HDMI 2.1. Now, this is something that I haven't dealt with before. We've partnered with the HDMI forum and TV manufacturers to enable the best gaming experience through features such as auto low latency mode and variable refresh mode. This allows Xbox One and Xbox Series X to automatically set the connected displays to its lowest latency mode. That's pretty cool. And it's going to have 120 FPS support, which is pretty good as well. Here's another big thing. 4 generations of gaming. Our commitment to compatibility means existing Xbox One games, including backwards compatible Xbox 360 and original Xbox games, look and play better than ever before. Your favorite games, including titles in Xbox Game Pass, benefit from steadier frame rates, faster load times, and improved resolution. Pretty cool that they're going to be keeping up with the backwards compatibility, which Sony still hasn't denied or said anything about yet. Smart delivery. This technology empowers you to buy a game once and know that whether you're playing it on Xbox One or Xbox Series X, you are getting the right version of that game on whatever Xbox you're playing on. We're making the commitment to use smart delivery on all exclusive Xbox Game Studio titles, including Halo Infinite, ensuring you only have to purchase the title once in order to play for best available versions, with whether it's whichever Xbox console you choose to play on. That's cool too. That's actually really nice. You can't play a PS3 game on a PS4. It's one of those things that kind of is shitty, right? It has the technology. It's both Blu-ray, but it just won't do it. And with this, hell yeah. That's really nice. Only have to paying for the game once and being able to put it into an Xbox One console or a Series X console. Perfect. Amazing. And the Xbox Game Pass. So in addition to games from across 4 generation consoles, our leading game subscription service, Xbox Game Pass, will continue to have our first-party games like Halo Infinite included at launch. We're looking forward to millions of you experiencing the Xbox Game Pass portfolio and immersing yourselves in a deep library of high-quality games, playing those you love now, also discovering a new and next great adventure. So I'm impressed with the specs on the... I'm impressed with the specs on the Xbox Series X. And I think that it's going to be a pretty powerful console. And I think that Sony really, really needs to get the ball rolling and tell us exactly the specs on the PS5, right? They've done a few things here and there, like... You guys, I've reported on it past. I don't need to reiterate for you guys, but still, it's one of those things that's like, this is really impressive stuff, and with solid state hard drive and with the ray tracing and stuff like that, I can see this definitely maybe edging out PlayStation in the next console war, quotation marks. It all comes down to exclusives for me. You know, Sony had the best exclusives through the PS4's lifetime. God of War, Ratchet and Clank, Last of Us, stuff like that. Really great exclusives. The Xbox One, though, what they have? ReCore, Sunset Overdrive, which isn't exclusive anymore, and ReCore isn't exclusive anymore either. Halo 5, which bombed. Halo Wars 2. There's just a bunch of games that I'm just like not really interested in. I had an Xbox One console, and my goddamn disk drive didn't work. So I had Garden Warfare, I had Titanfall, I had all these games on disc, and I couldn't play them. So eventually I just sold it. And GameStop, thank you for not checking the disk drive. What is up, Douglas and Dragons? Rise, Son of Rome is not console exclusive anymore. It's on Steam. I have it on Steam. So you can't even say Rise anymore. Most of the games that come out on Xbox just come out on PC later down the life. Really, the only game that hasn't come to officially come to Steam is Sea of Thieves. That's like the only game that isn't on the Xbox and PC on Steam. It's really weird. Let's move on. What's your games with gold for console? So what do we got? So this month you'll be getting Batman: The Enemy Within, the Telltale series, Shanty, Castlevania 2, and Sonic Generations. So Batman: The Enemy Within, the complete season, is going to be available March 1st to the 31st. Shantae, Half Genie Hero, is going to be available from March 16th through April 15th. Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 is going to be available March 1st through the 15th. And Sonic Generations is going to be available from the March 16th to the March 31st. I did not get to play Batman: The Enemy Within. Is that the second? I believe that's the second one, right? It's awesome. I'll have to play. I have to put it on my Steam game list. I have it on Steam. I need to put it on my live stream list. That's what I mean. I guess it's a good game. Douglas the Dragon saying good game. All right. Shanty, Half Genie Hero. Never played it, but it's a 2D platformer, which sounds good. Good to me. Castlevania. I have not played Lords of Shadow 2. I'm guessing it's another 2D adventure. You have to tell me. Sonic Generations. That's a good Sonic game. That's a good one. Has a lot of throwback levels. Has a nice little goofy story in there, and it has some newer stuff in there. I think it's better than Sonic Forces, which I'll tell you why I'm bringing that up in later in the podcast. But Sonic Generations is a pretty good game. I played a little bit of it myself. And don't forget, most of these games are coming to both Xbox 360 and Xbox One, which is another good selling point for them. The only one that's only I guess these two are only available for Xbox One. So. Still good that they're still... I mean, people still have Xbox 360s. I still have mine. It's right here. You know, if I had games for gold, maybe I'd, play these. But, whatever. All right, moving on, guys. That's the Xbox news, guys. We don't do a lot of Xbox news here because, I'm not a huge fan of the Xbox. But when things come out that I'm interested in, we're reporting on it. You know it. Guys, speaking of Steam, we do have a giveaway going on right now. Giveaway for Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. Which is available on Steam. So it's a free Steam game. If you want to enter into the giveaway, ! Giveaway. Right now, there's only one person entered, and they said that if they win it, they want to give it to someone else. So you have a 100% chance of winning right now. All right, let's talk about this article here. This is This is one of those goofy articles about an old lady who has been playing a lot of certain handheld device. This one is the original Game Boy. So a 95-year-old, I think she's Japanese grandmother, sent her son a busted Game Boy, asking him to fix it. After searching and scouring for parts to fix it, he finally ended up talking to Nintendo, and they said, "Sorry, we don't have the parts to fix it." Oh, I'm sorry, I went a little bit too far. He was scouring used stores and stuff like that, and he couldn't find the parts to fix it. So finally, in a mistranslation between his grandmother and himself, he sent the Game Boy with a note to Nintendo of Japan. And what Nintendo of Japan did, they sent his grandmother a note saying, "Sorry, we don't have the parts to fix this, but here's a brand new Game Boy." And she literally got a brand new Game Boy that just was at Nintendo headquarters, which is really nice of them. That's incredible that they actually went above and beyond for that. I mean, how many Game Boys do they have in their freaking place? Like, they could be selling these things. People would probably still buy them. People love Tetris and The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Donkey Kong Country, is that on the original Game Boy? I mean, it's just tons of games that people would love to play. And I say they re-release the Game Boy. Don't do a mini. Re-release Game Boy Color. There we go. Bubble Bobble. Hell yeah. So yeah, it says here that the Tetris-loving grandmother lived until she reached 99. So that's a sad ending to it, that she eventually passed away. But hey, she got a new Game Boy. That's all that matters. All right, moving on. So here's something that's interesting to me, and I'm sure a lot of people. There is a new GoldenEye 007 documentary coming out. It's called Golden Era, which, of course, GoldenEye came out on the N64. One of the first FPS shooters to kind of go mainstream, right? We had Doom, we had Duke Nukem, but 007 was like one of those games that was in everyone's console, mine included. I played it myself. Now, here's the thing, though, and I know I'm going to get some hate for this, but I don't think GoldenEye definitely hasn't aged well, and it definitely didn't play well back in the day on the N64. Let's just be honest. The only real way to play this game is getting a PC version of the game and mapping mouse controls to the game. Alright? I've played it like that. It's amazing. Go back and play this on an N64 controller. You're going to have some problems. But this is a really cool documentary. It gets all the old people who worked on the game from Rare and stuff like that. They get interviewed. They talk about different aspects of the design of the game. Because let's be honest, like I said, this is like the first-person shooter that came out that was mainstream. It was huge. People loved GoldenEye. And don't even talk about GoldenEye Reloaded, okay? Fuck that. But yeah, it's one of those things that's like, it's a cool thing. That's when is it coming out? Let's see, when is it coming out, guys? It's directed by Drew Roller, and it's expected to launch later this year. And there you go. It's good. That's all they're saying right now. In a quote, they say that how such a groundbreaking title was made by a tiny, untested team and unleashed on an unsuspecting public will be coming out with the behind-the-scenes footage. Pretty cool indeed. I don't know, Doug. I don't know. I can't go back and play an N64 game as well as I did when I was a kid. And even when I was a kid, this game confused the hell out of me. Alright, in the line of documentaries, we also have a Tony Hawk Pro Skater documentary that's coming out as well. And I want to watch the trailer with you guys for the first time. For the first time.
720 by Atari. It's pretty hot.
Let me know how the audio is. Let me know.
Skating right now.
Just like around the city, and then I gotta go find a park to skate at.
Demanto Productions presents and recorded too fast.
Since their inception, since going to arcade, playing Pac-Man, Missile Command. I was an arcade kid, really. Skate games were rare. They made 720.
Tony Hawk is in the documentary, guys. Of course.
64 California games had skateboarding in it, but it was few and far between. And I always knew that it would be a fun platform to make a game.
The story of how an underground activity turned mainstream.
You were part of a small group that were.
How long is this? It's not too long, is it? A minute 49.
Another skateboarder at that time, you were instantly like, "Whoa, a skater! Like, what's up, homie?"
Whoa, what's up, homie?
Like instantly friends just because you skateboarded.
Skateboarding with the economy started kind of booming again. It started picking up momentum, and by the time we got to the mid-90s, it was piquing the mainstream's interest.
And the successful video game that came with the movement. We have some copyrighted music playing in the background. That is Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, if I've ever heard it. Yeah, so, okay, here's the ending here. Oh, that was a lot of copyrighted music right there. Okay, we're just going to turn it off there. Pretending I'm a Superman is the name of it. It's the Tony Hawk video game story, coming from THPS Film. So that's supposed to launch. What did it say? It said it somewhere here, and I fucking lost it, of course. Well, man, am I not seeing it? I'm just not seeing it, probably. I guess maybe it's supposed to come out later this year. I guess there's no real release date yet. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, Tony Hawk Pro Skater was one of my jams back on the N64. I played a lot of the first game, and I was pretty damn good at it. I remember first seeing Tony Hawk Pro Skater. My cousin was playing it. My older cousin was playing it on like PlayStation 1 or something like that. And I remember I had to pee so bad. Okay, but I wanted to watch him play the game because it was so cool. And when I finally got to the bathroom, I just pissed everywhere. I was a little kid, okay? It's not like this. This was last week. No. I was a little kid, okay? I was so I just had to pee so bad, man. And I ended up just pissing all over the place because I wanted to get back and watch him play, so I just pulled up my pants, flushed the toilet, ran out of there. I got in big trouble. But yeah, really fun game. I remember playing this game with my friend Greedy Waffle. In fact, he was here before. We like to play the graffiti mode where you would do a really good trick on one certain item in the game or one certain launch off point from the game or a grind on a rail or something like that, and would change it to blue or red depending on which character you were or which player you were, and you had to do a better, get a better score on it than that person. That was one of my favorite ones in that game. Horse also was a really cool thing to do as well. And I just like skating around in general, And the last Tony Hawk game that I played was American Wasteland, and that was one of my favorite games when I was in middle school. I'm gonna have to look up that game. We might end up playing that game on stream eventually. But yeah, Tony Hawk Pro Skater documentary, very cool. 007 GoldenEye documentary, very cool. We're getting two pretty cool documentaries coming out. I don't know which platforms you'll be able to watch them on, but I'm sure I'll report on it once those news stories come around. Plus, the music is awesome in these games, right? The remake of Tony Hawk Pro Skater didn't have the good music in it. You need that punk, man. You need that punk rock, man. All right, here's some news for myself. You're going to be able to play Animal Crossing New Horizons at PAX East. There's going to be a playable demo for you to be able to play. What do we see here? You'll be able to play a demo of the game, and you're gonna be able to look at the island ahead of launch, which is next month, of course. You're gonna be getting a demo stage. Oh, Nintendo's also be showcasing the game on the demo stage, and it's gonna allow visitors to tour the game's single player mode. Also, Nintendo's gonna be bringing demos of Pokemon Sword and Shield, Luigi's Mansion 3, and The Stretchers. Two of those games are already released. Come on, guys. So anyways, like I said, PAX East, you're going to be able to play Animal Crossing New Horizons Island Getaway at PAX East, February 27th through the March 1st. So, yeah, there you go. You'll also be able to get a Warp Pipe Pass to be able to prioritize yourself in the line. Those lines get long. I remember when I was at PAX West, the line for Smash Brothers, even though it was, already released, I think, was so long. I was never going to wait in that line, dude. We waited the longest for Wolfenstein New Colossus. And that was as long as I was willing to wait, guys. So let's move on. All right, here's a cool one, and I love Super Rare. They're an amazing company. They take these indie games that would never in a million years get physical releases because the companies don't have enough money or something like that, and they physically release the games for the studios. Sometimes they'll even do collector's editions as well. And I got the SteamWorld Quest one in my cabinet here, and it came with a card pack of cards. I bought 3 other card packs just to get all the cards. Such a great little thing. It has a little booklet in it with art. It was so amazing. So I'm Team Super Rare. I love Super Rare. Let's look at the new games that are becoming physically in the next few days. So Dandara, which is an older game. I think this is the game where you can only be on the ceiling or on the floor, right? You can't just walk straight. You have to kind of like zoom on the ceiling before you have a gun and stuff like that. I think that's this game. It's a 2D Metrovania platformer, and that's going to be released physically in the future. SteamWorld Heist, which is an older game from that company. This came out before SteamWorld Dig 2. That's going to be getting a physical release, which I probably will pick up myself. I really enjoyed this one. It's a turn-based strategy game where you use guns and stuff like that to shoot enemies, and some bullets ricochet, some don't. It's all about strategy. It's a really cool game. It has like never-ending possibilities for ships to go into. It's a cool game. I really enjoyed it myself. Dark Wood, which is a spooky top-down game. I didn't get to play it myself, but it's got a lot of awards and stuff like that, so if you want, you can check that out. Freedom Finger. This is one that I've been looking forward to playing. It's pretty much just a game where you're a middle finger, right? You shoot enemies, you can grab enemies, use them as projectiles, you'll use their own weapons against enemies that you're fighting. Great little game. I really want to play it soon. I don't know, maybe I'll get the physical edition. I don't know. But it's a really cool game. Mech Extermination Force. I don't know what this one is. They don't really show anything in the description here. I don't really know about this game, but cool if they're getting a physical release. The Sexy Brutale. This is a cool game. It has like a Luigi's Mansion style to it, except you're doing like a murder mystery, so it's like Clue mixed with Luigi's Mansion, right? It's a pretty cool game, and it's kind of like Groundhog Day as well, because you go over what happens, the events of the day, and try to change things, for the better, which is cool as well. Assault Android Cactus. I don't know anything about this game. Charge headfirst into an army of refitted robots, transforming stages with massive bosses. Yeah, I'm not sure what this game is. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these games are definitely worth it. And if you want to get the physical editions of any of these games, make sure you pre-order them as soon as you can, because they sell out really quick. I mean, I'm talking about like hours. They sell out in like an hour, So one game that I'm looking forward to getting is SteamWorld Heist, of course, but I might also get the Freedom Finger one as well, just because it looks goofy and I've been really interested in playing the game. All right. Hello, Chaotic Punisher. How are you doing today? You're actually here and not just appearing in my chat. How you doing today, my friend? All right, moving on. So the first of the Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3 DLC is going to be launching on the 26th of March. Now, side note, guys, if you want to play the DLC, you have to buy the full expansion pass. You can't just buy the DLC separately. So that might figure into if you really want to play this or not. But anyways, the Fantastic Four DLC, which is named The Black Order, is going to be coming out the 26th of March. So in a Twitter post, they came out and said, assemble your ultimate team with some heroic new additions. The Fantastic Four will join the Alliance to take on the man in the Iron Mask himself, Dr. Doom, Victor Von Doom. When Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order DLC, Pack 3, Fantastic Four, Shadow of the Doom, releases on 3/26. Oh, maybe it isn't. Okay, it's a third DLC pack. I apologize. I'm not up to speed with the Marvel's Ultimate Alliance stuff. I haven't played the game myself yet, but I've been hearing mixed things about it. There's some good things, some bad things. But, all in all, I haven't been hearing like terrible things, so I guess it's not too bad. I'm your friend? Punisher, what kind of fucking question is that? What else was I going to say? I think that's it. That's all I got to say about this. Fantastic Four. I mean, there are 4 characters who are popular and stuff like that. I remember playing the old Fantastic Four video game back in the day, and that was I gotta find that game. I have to find that game. Oh my gosh. Was it on PS2 or GameCube I played? I think I played it on GameCube. There's a Fantastic Four game where you could play as all 4 of the characters. Man, I gotta find that. That also reminds me of the Teen Titans game that came out for GameCube as well, where you could play as all 4 characters. There's a few games I have to find. Remind myself. Yemmy, remind yourself. Anyways, like I said, coming out March 26th. If you want to get that, there you go. All right, TemTem news. TemTem news. TemTem is going to be adding 50 new creatures, ranked matching, and more areas to explore. And they also released their road map. That's right. The road map. So, what's coming in spring 2020? Ranked matchmaking, version 1. Spectator mode, version 1. In-game chat, chat bubbles, and club management. That's all coming in spring. So, there's really only one thing that I really care about here, which is the in-game chat or the chat bubbles. Those are two things that I care about. Other than that, not much else that I really care about. Summer 2020. You're going to get a new island called Kisewa. There's going to be about 25 new TemTem. Player housing, which I'm not sure what that is. Climbing gear, which is one thing that I've been waiting for to play through the game. And emotes V2, which is kind of cool as well. So, a lot of good things coming in summer. I think did my camera freeze for a second there? Or whatever. All right, in fall of 2020, it's the last thing they have ready to, in the roadmap. A new island called Sipanku or Kikpanku? I'm not sure. Kipanku. I'll say that. Kipanku, not poo. Anyways, there's going to be about 25 more TemTem added in this update in the new area. The first mythical TemTem is going to come. In-game tournaments, quest diaries, and achievements. Hooray, achievements! So does that mean that fall 2020 is going to be when the console version of the game come out? Because achievements are a big thing with Xbox and PlayStation, and Steam, of course. But, of course, it's in early access on Steam right now. So maybe that means that the console version of the game is coming in fall 2020. Right now, TemTem hasn't said when the console version. They're not 100% when it's going to come out, so they're just deciding not to say anything. Punisher, I'm new here. No, you're not. And I'd like to know more about your stream. Oh, you have a Discord. Let me join. Wait, I'm joined? Oh, no, I have a mental breakdown like it never happened before. Oh, Punisher, you're so funny. There it is. There you go. All right, moving on. So TemTem news, good TemTem news. Good TemTem news right there. Guys, there is also a giveaway going on right now. If you want to join the giveaway, we're giving away Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 for Steam. Exclamation point giveaway. All right, PlayStation Plus games for 2020, March 2020 have been announced, and they are Shadow of the Colossus and Sonic Forces. One of those games is good. One of those games is mixed reviews. I've seen a lot of bad things about Sonic Forces. I'm interested, of course. I'll definitely add it to my my PlayStation library. You know, it's not like I won't, and I'll probably play it eventually, and I'll let you guys know how I feel about it. Shadow of the Colossus is another game that I have it on disc. It's still in its wrapping. I got the remastered version for like $5 on sale on Black Friday, and I just haven't played it. It's one of those games that I'm waiting to play. So maybe I'll put it up as a vote for the Steam game or stream game. I'm sorry. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't really have anything to say about these games because one, I haven't played either of them, and two, I've just heard reviews of them, so I don't want to be biased or not playing the game myself before I review them. So I'll definitely check out Sonic Forces, and I'll probably play Shadow of the Colossus on stream eventually. So just know for now, I don't have any comments or concerns about these. Alright, Resident Evil 3 demo has been confirmed ahead of the PS4 launch in April. This is big news because Resident Evil 2 Remake also had a demo as well, which was a 30-minute demo. You got to play through like the first area of the game, the mansion of the game, the police station, and it was really cool. It got me hooked to the game, and that's when I went and pre-ordered it. Was after I played that. Resident Evil 3 is it going to be the same? Is it going to be like another timed event where you only have 30 minutes to go through it or an hour to go through it? We'll have to wait and see. But the 3-make, as Kylix Plays likes to say, is going to be coming out the 3rd of April, and the publisher hasn't said just yet when the demo is going to be released, but I'm guessing it's going to be a good at least a month or maybe a few weeks before the release of the game, so they can get more people pre-ordering the game or interested in the game. But yeah, we'll see exactly what this entails. If it's going to be the first part of the game, it's going to be a specific section during the game. It's hard to say because we don't know any information about it yet, but we do know that there is a demo coming. So if you're interested in Resident Evil 3 or you're thinking about getting Resident Evil 3, this is probably a good idea to go ahead and get the game. I forgot to turn on my music, which is kind of awkward. I guess I'll allow that comment. All right. So yeah, moving on. Sony. Okay, so there's the GDC, which is the Game Developers Conference. This is a big thing in the video game world. Maybe not as big as, like, I don't know, PAX or, you know, E3. I mean, maybe it is bigger than E3 now because a lot of people have pulled out of that, not even for the coronavirus. But Sony and other companies, which I'll talk about in the near future, have canceled their appearance at GDC 2020, and this is big news. So Sony came out talking to GameIndustry.biz and said, "We have made the difficult decision to cancel our participation in the Game Developers Conference due to increased concerns related to the coronavirus, or the COVID-19. We felt this was the best option as the situation related to the virus and global travel restrictions are changing daily. We are disappointed to cancel our participation, but the health and safety of our global workforce is our highest concern. We look forward to participating in GDC in the future." Now, this is very similar to what they said about PAX East when they pulled out of PAX East. So I'm thinking it's just a general statement that they're saying across the web, you know. Is my camera not in the box? There we go. So yeah, Sony has pulled out of GDC, but also Kojima Productions has pulled out of GDC as well. Kojima Productions headed by, of course, the ever so handsome Hideo Kojima, and he came out with a statement saying, "We have made the difficult decision to cancel our participation in 2020 Games Developers Conference due to the increasing concerns of the coronavirus." Let me look it up. Where is the GDC 2020 at? Where is it? It's going to begin March 16th and end March 20th. It's going to be in San Francisco, California. Now, San Francisco, California hasn't had any cases of coronavirus, but it's possible that, you know, that something could happen in the future. I don't know. But it's more just like with the PAX thing, even though I'm disappointed about it. It's one of those things that's like the coronavirus is affecting Asian countries right now, and I guess Italy has just had a breakout as well. And a lot of those places are just kind of hampering down. They're hunkering down. They're just, you know, let it blow over, you know, kind of thing. I seen a vid where the guy says the only corona that killed me is the beer. If you drink too much, Punisher, that's what happens. You kick the bucket due to corona. Alright, last company of currently, right now, that's pulled out of GDC has been EA. And they came out with a statement on US Gamer, and they said, "Having closely followed the global situation with coronavirus and with the recent escalation of cases in new regions, we've decided to take additional steps to protect the well-being of our employees, including the restrictions of non-essential travel. As a result, we are officially canceling our official participation at GDC and limiting attendance to other events." They also wrapped up in saying that they are going to continue to monitor the situation. So that's 3 developers right now that have pulled out of GDC. So far, I think only 2 have pulled out of PAX. Sony and I think Square Enix has limited their arrival there. I'm not sure, though. I need to recheck that. But yeah, that EA is a pretty big player as well. I mean, they have a lot of subsidiaries and stuff like that. And this is the first US-based company that is pulled out of something like this. So we'll monitor the situation as it progresses, but for right now, those are the 3 big key players who have pulled out of GDC. And if more come up, of course, I'll talk about more in the future. All right, here's a cool announcement, guys. You're going to be able to play Predator Hunting Grounds, which is a new PS4 exclusive game, next month with a free trial weekend. Let's watch the announcement trailer. I'm actually pretty interested in that. Let's see. Let me know how the sound is. Hopefully it's loud enough.
Good luck out there. What is that?
So that guy had an AK-47. This guy looks like he has like a shotgun. That guy has an AK-47. There's the Predator. Oh! He just got that guy with a net. Wow. Get to the chopper. Okay, so that's how the game's gonna work. That's cool. Trial weekend, March 27th through the 29th. Going to be available on PlayStation and the Epic Games Store. I don't know if it's going to... yeah, so it's not going to be available on Xbox, of course, but Epic Store? So maybe it's not a PlayStation exclusive. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Anyways, that's cool. They kind of shown off what more of the game is going to be like. Before, it was just like showing off weapons and variants of Predators and stuff like that. So I guess the objective of at least the trial is going to be going through this environment and trying to get to the chopper with everyone alive. That's what I'm thinking. That's cool, though. That's cool. How's the game going to play? I have no clue. It's going to be like Evolve or just kind of like boring for hours on end and then some action right at the end or what? I don't know. It's a 1v kind of, I think it's 1v3 or 1v4 type experience. So it's looking pretty cool. Looking pretty cool. I'm interested in this game for sure. It comes out the 24th of April, and like I said, the testing period is going to be between the 27th of March and the 29th of March. So mark your calendars if you want to play that, whether it be on the PC on Epic through the Epic Store or on PlayStation through the PlayStation Store. Epic Store, God, I hate the Epic Store, guys. Why are companies doing this to me? I guess I don't hate it, but it's not my preferred place to go to, right? All right, let's turn back on that dank music. Cyberpunk 2077 is going to get a free next generation upgrade on the Xbox Series X from the Xbox One X. And people are guessing that it's going to be the same thing from the PS4, the PS5. They came out on Twitter and said gamers should never be forced to purchase the same games twice or pay for upgrades, which was on the official Cyberpunk 2077 Twitter account. Owners of Cyberpunk 2077 for Xbox One will receive the Xbox Series X upgrade for free when available. Now, CD Projekt Red didn't mention PS4 to PS5 in this, but I'm guessing that they're going to force that on Sony because that's a good practice. Back when the PS3 turned into the PS4, you had to pay like $10 to get Call of Duty Ghost and Assassin's Creed Black Flag onto the next console. And you could still use the PS3 disc, which was a fucking like slap in the face, right? I'm using the same disc for both consoles. What the fuck? Yeah, you know? I think you downloaded the game digitally, but still, the point still stands, guys. But this is really nice of them. So this kind of confirms that, yeah, it's definitely going to be released for older generations, but I'm still thinking that the game's going to come out during the next generation anyways. I mean, they've already delayed it, as you guys know from past episode of Ferris 64. So, you know, we'll see if you get a free upgrade on the PS4 to PS5, which I'm guessing you will. If you don't, that'd be kind of shady to me. Just a little bit. Definitely looking forward to playing Cyberpunk like everyone else. And hopefully, by the time that I do get the game, maybe I'll have a PS5 or Xbox Series X. Who knows? I definitely want to play it the best way that I possibly can, because it looks like one of those games that's like going to eat up your fucking device, right? Gonna chew it up, spit it out. Suck up the ashes. You know, snort the ashes, not suck it up. God. Alright, so, Dying Light. 5 years after launch. Is getting a new DLC weapons and a new difficulty mode. The 5th anniversary thank you YouTube video is up on their channel right now, and I think it's short enough. Let's watch it. It's 1:44. So as you know, Dying Light 2 is coming around, I believe this year. It was delayed, of course, again. But the original game came out the 27th of January in 2017. This was the first, like, zombie game that I really, really, really enjoyed since Left 4 Dead, you know? It's one of those games that I just loved so much. I played so much of it. I was going for the Platinum Trophy and ended up, you know, stopping when I stopped trophy hunting. But yeah, they're just showing off all the different things that happen, all the different skins you could get, different games that had Dying Light modes or Easter eggs. The following DLC, which was a huge DLC. I wasn't a big fan of that DLC, but still pretty awesome. Kind of showing some YouTube videos and people playing the game. Jump scare, of course.
We're done playing that game.
Oh, that was fake. I think that was fake. You know, the parkour system and stuff like that is amazing. And they also added the level editing thing as well. People made over 574,000 levels or something like that. So yeah, it's a pretty cool little video. Are they gonna show off the? Let's see. In-game marriage proposal. Oh, I didn't even know about that. That's cool. Boy, if I had done that for my girlfriend, she hated this game. She did not like this game. So that would have been like a big like F in chat. 2.2 584 million hours of gameplay. That's 660. Oh, Jesus Christ. Whatever. That's cool though. What did that say? I want to see that again. 2.2 billion miles traveled on foot. Oh, yeah. Of course, yeah. Of course they'll be able to get that because the game tracks that stuff for a trophy. That's awesome. That's cool that they have that information. Anyways, the new weapon set. It's going to include a pipe, which boosts damage about 3 or more consecutive hits by 50%, a sledgehammer, and a double-barreled shotgun, which has 50% increased reload speed and will shoot both shells at the same time. It's going to be available on PlayStation and Xbox for $2.99. Meanwhile, a new story mode difficulty, which is going to focus on experience of the story and exploration rather than survival, will also be available for free. So that's pretty cool. There you go. If you don't recall, I'm just remembering this from just seeing this. Dying Light Bad Blood is going to be available free to all people who have Dying Light. So if you want to get the code in-game and play it on the PC, you can. For free. Alright, so there's a whole slew. The rest of these articles are all about new game announcements and trailers. And a whole slew of them came out today, and a whole slew of them came out throughout the week. So the first one that I want to talk about is the Samurai Jack Battle Through Time official trailer. Now, this is going to bring me back. Now, before I watched this, there was a game on the CartoonNetwork.com webpage that had Samurai Jack in it. It was like I think it was a 2D platformer where you used Samurai Jack, you slashed up enemies. It was really, really fun and really awesome. And I'm wondering if this is going to be kind of like that. Let's watch and find out.
Got to get back.
Adult Swim Games and Soul Linnell teaming up.
Still, my sword is as sharp as ever.
Ooh. Okay, so it's a 3D environment? I went ooh at the graphics at first. Okay, so it is a 3D fighting game. Yeah, he's got a machine gun! Yeah, he's traveling through time.
It's not over yet, samurai.
I have nothing to fear.
The future is mine!
Samurai Jack Battle Through Time.
All things come to an end. Even
that's gonna come summer 2020. Okay, cool. I'm interested in that. I am interested. At first, the graphics were kind of like, because they showed a close-up of Samurai Jack in the game. But I think once I kind of saw the rest of the battle scenes and stuff like that, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I used to watch Samurai Jack all the time when I was a kid, and I love Samurai Jack. A great great series. They're the same people who did Samurai Jack did the original Clone Wars TV series, which was awesome. So I'm definitely looking forward to this, and I'm definitely going to be putting this on my wish list on Steam just to remind myself about it. Summer 2020, guys. Hopefully it does come out in summer 2020. But yeah. In a press release, they said, team up with trusted allies from the show to face off against familiar enemies. Visit classic worlds and moments from your favorite episodes. Travel to the dark future, to mankind. Dive into the past and face off against terrifying monsters. Seek your fate as you travel across space and time. Equip and master over a dozen different weapons in combat. Increase your power even more by training and unlocking new skills to support your playstyle. More information will be announced as part of PAX East 2020 panel this weekend, so keep your eyes peeled for that. So I think there is an Adult Swim panel. That might be something we have to go to. All right, next. This is a game that I played a lot, and I mean a lot, on Steam. It's in early access, and it's finally getting onto consoles. It's called Golf with Your Friends. Golf with Your Friends, and they did an announcement trailer for their console release. Let's watch that. 1 minute and 4 seconds. Oh, please load. I might have to go to the official channel here. Ruh-roh, Raggy. It's not loading.
Peggy 3.
There it goes. It's just playing the music, showing the different environments. I played on all these maps. There's a really cool, worms update to the game, which added a bunch of worms things. I'm really hoping they bring in the level editor as well to the console edition. There was the new power-ups you could get as well that they added in the last update. There's the museum level. There's the worms level. That's the regular green. Oh man, look at all these players. Play with up to 12-player multiplayer. That's awesome. That is awesome. There's the battle mode where you can lay sticky stuff and stuff like that. That's a part of the latest update. Put your skills to the test. This is awesome. Yeah, the game is really good on PC, and I don't know how the, different version of the game will do, but, whatever. It's supposed to come, did it say Q1 quarter 2 2020. So that's like summer. Summer's gonna come out. So yeah, I love Golf with Friends. Okay, it's a really great game. 18 courses. It didn't say anything about customizing your levels, so I don't know if they're going to be bringing that yet into the game, but expect that to come in the future because they're still working on it in the original version of the game right now. It's still a little bit buggy, you know, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I love Golf with Your Friends, and I think that a console release will be good for the game, get it a little bit more out there. How it will play, though, I'm not sure. With a controller, it's one of those things that's like, you know, I don't know how it's gonna. I don't know how it's gonna work. You know, because you click once with the mouse and you drag or something like that. You click and hold and you drag, and depending on how far you drag your cursor is how much power the ball is gonna have. So I don't know if you'll be able to like hold X and then move your joystick forward. I'm not sure. I'm just spitballing here, guys. I don't know. They didn't show it. All right, next up, this game is called Figment Creed Valley, and it's gonna be musical madness to the Switch in the fall. So let's watch that one as well. Hey, welcome back, Punisher. How you doing? Oh, I love the art style. Look at the art style.
Creed Valley. The mind's worldview is maintained here, right? Looks pretty much as I remember it.
Force, by misfortune, this place has been struck. Something is keeping the mind closed.
So is it going to be like a point-and-click adventure?
Ta-da!
What?
Welcome to the party, chums! Let's celebrate the liberation of the mind! Damn! Everything's so
Figment Creed Valley, coming soon.
Wake up when you still have the chance! Yeah, there's a party waiting!
All right, nothing else after this. So that kind of looks interesting. I'm not sure what it's going to be. Let's see. It's a story that works on two levels. An intermediate level about a hero facing his foes, but also a more abstract level about a person trying to break out of society's norms and find their own way in the world. Players can expect a fresh chapter of Figment with its own self-contained story, new singing nightmares with their own original songs and themes, two sides of the same world with a unique state-changing mechanic, a whimsical narrative and art style, mysteries unraveling as they venture into the depths of the mind. All right. Cool. Is this a new game or is it? Because people are saying they've already played it. Maybe it's been on Steam for a while. But it looks interesting though. It looks interesting. I'm not sure though. Yeah. So far, it's all been indie games. This is Devolver Digital. So they are announcing the new sci-fi action game called Disc Room. Let's watch that one as well. I love Devolver Digital. They have amazing games. A giant disk is discovered in orbit. A crew of scientists are sent to investigate. Oh geez, he's dodging saw blades. He's survived the puzzle. Oh man. Unravel the disc. Oh, he got splatted there. Oh man. Dark Souls like top-down game. Disc Room. More information at discroom.com. Has an interesting art style, that's for sure. Absorb extraordinary abilities from the very disc that dice you to pieces. Invincibly bend time, even clone yourself as you become one with the disc. It's going to come to PC and console this year. Kind of looks fun. It has an interesting art style, that's for sure. Now that's what I call a fatality. That's right. Devolver Digital always has great games, so I'm looking forward to this one. I'm also looking forward to that one about being the monster, right? You are the monster trying to kill the humans. That one looks cool too. All right, here's another game called Other Side, spelled with a C and not an S. It's a turn-based RPG from Focus Home Interactive. Let's watch the trailer for this one. Let me know how the audio is, guys. I don't want it to be too low or too high.
And saw a devastated sky.
This is a turn-based game. Interesting visual element right there.
Fragments of my past unfolded before me.
Very like shadows and like Bloodborne type monsters.
Already severed heart.
Oh man, this looks kind of spooky.
Suffering has done.
She's in barbed wire.
Suffering.
Or he. She? He? I don't know what it is. I'll just call it it.
I need you. I love all of you.
So there's 3 characters on the screen right now. One person has a sword and shield, one person has a spear and shield, and one person had a gun. So here there's 3 different playable character types. Or 3 different characters in the game for the turn-based strategy. I'm guessing it's gonna play like Fire Emblem. That's what I'm guessing it's gonna play like. I mean, the visual elements of this trailer are really cool. I want to see some actual in-game gameplay, though. You know? I mean, it looks pretty cool,
You
but...
are of me. Put an end to suffering.
Other side. No release date yet, no rating either. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's a horror-themed turn-based strategy game where the lore and game mechanics are tightly intertwined to deliver a twisted, dark, and challenging experience. Roguelite mechanics and permadeath will test your abilities to the max. While leveling up, you unlock new skills. You even sacrifice units to heal others. Sounds pretty interesting. I'm interested to see what the actual gameplay looks like, you know? Because that trailer looked really cool and stylized, but the main game might just be a basic top-down type thing, 8-bit graphics, you know, something like that. So we'll look into that more when there's more revealed. Next, Sandstorm. Insurgency Sandstorm is coming to the console officially. Let's watch the trailer for that. I've never played these games. I hear that they're really hardcore, though. You know, there's no HUD. There's limited health, limited bullets. The definitive tactical shooter.
Let's go!
Feel every bullet. Fear every impact. You stupid noob! Hey, thanks for following Neurotoxin Kara. Thank you for the follow. Immersive audio design. Kind of looks like that Tarkov game, Escape from Tarkov. You know, no HUD, something. Prepare for intense combat. No HUD, no, you know, play co-op and competitive matches. No HUD, you know, things telling you if it's your friendly player or not. Brutally real. Insurgency Sandstorm coming August 25th on consoles. Alright, PS4. It just shows PS4 right there. It's a Nightmare from Maz. Oh, Nightmare! Okay, how you doing? Thank you for following. I appreciate that. So that game looks interesting. I mean, I've never played the Insurgency games like that. Looks pretty cool. I played games like the World War II ones they had, the Red Orchestra and stuff like that. And, you know, I like those games. So maybe I'll pick up this game for console. It looks pretty cool. Like I said, it looks like kind of like that Escape from Tarkov type game where, you know, it's item management. I don't know if item management, but bullet management, stuff like that. Very hardcore. So if you like hardcore Modern Warfare games, this might be the game for you. All right, we got 2 more games that I want to look at. This one's called Cyber Shadow. It's a 2D action game from who is it by? Yacht Club Games, that's right. They also introduced a new Shovel Knight game, or Shovel Knight spin-off. So right now it's 2D graphics, very stylized. There's like a ninja, he's running along. It's already, yeah, I know it's already been on Steam. I know that. It's a console release for the Insurgency. Remember your friends. It's kind of got like an anime style to how the characters look. But it's all in like 8-bit. Remember your training. So it's... Okay, so it's like a 2D platformer, of course, and it kind of looks like it has the same elements as Shovel Knight, except you're a ninja. Defeat those seeking control. Whoa. Yeah, there's a boss fight they're showing right here. So it looks like it's gonna be... Yeah, it even has some similar elements. A downward thrust, like the Shovel Knight has. That's funny. It has a nice art style. I like the art style. It does have the same kind of art style as Shovel Knight, but it's a lot darker. You know, it's a lot more gritty, I guess you would say. Look at that dude. He's like Bane. Cyber Shadow. No release date revealed yet, but it's by Yacht Club Games, so you know it's going to be a fun time. So there you go. Yeah, not much else to say about it. It looks cool. Looks cool, and I'm interested. It's gonna. Okay, so it's saying fall 2020. So I'm definitely gonna be thinking about that one. Shovel Knight's a great game. If you guys haven't played Shovel Knight, it's great, and this looks like more of the awesomeness, you know. And finally, we have a retro arcade racer called Hot Shot Racing. And the only reason I'm looking at this one is because this thumbnail right here looks really cool. It's like it's two cars that it's like a cartoony, cell shaded, blocky type texture. It's hard to describe it. But let's watch the trailer. It's rated for everyone, guys. For everyone. Arcade style racing returns. Oh, it's already got my attention. 8-player online. Look at this! This is awesome! Up to 4-player split screen. It's like a cruising the USA or whatever it's called. Additional pursuit modes. Oh, look at that. Single player, 60 FPS. Oh, look at all those cars, dude. Look at that! Look at the graphics! This is amazing! That is awesome! Coming spring 2020. That's almost soon. That is awesome. Okay, guys, I'm sold. I'm sold. Podcast is over, guys. I'm sold on that. That is awesome, guys. That looks awesome. I want it. I want it too. That is so cool. Hot Shot Racing. Has a great art style to it. Looks awesome. All the modes that you want. Split screen, online, single player. Tons of cars to choose from as they showed. I can't get over the graphics. It definitely has like that cruise in the USA kind of feel to it. You know, the old arcade titles where you would just kind of race in you know, the screen. You know, it's not about the graphics. It's not about, you know, how realistic the cars are or anything like that. It's all about, you know, beating the other player. And the pursuit mode looked cool too. You played as like a cop and you were running into people and you were trying to damage their vehicles. That is a game that I'm definitely going to be checking out when it comes out. That is awesome. I'm feeling it, guys. I'm feeling it. I'm ready. All right. Geez, guys, that's it. An hour and 20 so minutes. Not too bad. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Ferret 64. The archive version will be available on all podcast platforms and YouTube on Saturday. I don't think I'm going to be able to put out any clips this time around, but I'm going to try. Today is literally the only day that I have to do anything before vacation comes, but I might skip it for this episode. Who knows? You know, it's one of those things. It's like, you know, I already have a bunch of things done for the future, for the rest of the week, I should say. So Fridays, Film Freaks, both the podcast and video version will be out the same day. Saturday, I'm going to do Ferret 64 is going to come out, the archive version. Sunday, there probably won't be anything. And then Monday, there's a clip compilation for our playthrough of The Last of Us, if you want to check that out. All those things will be on the YouTube channel, which is linked down below, or you can just search me on YouTube, Yemmy the Ferret. If you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing on vacation, Twitter is the best place to follow me, or you can join our Discord, which is also down in the description below as well. The Discord, you can talk to me however long you want to. You just chat with me. We can talk about games and stuff like that, or you can keep up with me on what I'm doing on vacation. Like I said, there's going to be no streams until probably next Wednesday, which will be Ferret 64. So I look forward to seeing you guys after that. Geez, for the last time for a little while, I'm Yemmy the Ferret, and I am out of here. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Thanks for joining, guys.